As we celebrate ISIPE's 50th anniversary in 2020, we wish to sincerely thank ISIPE's donors and funders who have made its success possible. ISIPE has entered its second 50 years of service as Africa's principal insect and arthropod research institute, with the continuing goal of applying the best possible science to overcome the challenges in food and nutrition security, human and environmental health, and capacity building that face the continent's rural and urban communities. ISIPE's funders make it possible for ISIPE to deliver impacts through scientific discoveries and environmentally sustainable tools and practices for farmers and rural and urban communities to improve their livelihoods and health. Applying expertise to develop science-based national and regional policies associated with agriculture, livestock production, human health, and the environment. Developing future generations of scientists, researchers, and leaders in entomology, plant protection, and health. We recognize the following funders who have consistently walked with and supported ISIPE through its journey of 50 years. In alphabetical order, the donors who have funded ISIPE for more than 10 years since 1970 are BioVision Foundation for Ecological Development, Switzerland, for project funding. Danish International Development Agency, DANIDA, Denmark, for core funding. Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office of the Government of the United Kingdom for core funding. German Academic Exchange Service, DAAD, for project funding. Government of Kenya for core funding. Government of Norway for core funding. Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ, Germany, for project funding. International Development Research Center, IDRC, Canada, for core and project funding. International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, for core and project funding. Research Institute of Organic Agriculture, FIBOL, Switzerland, for project funding. Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, SIDA, Sweden, for core funding. Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation, SDC, Switzerland, for core funding. The European Union, for core and project funding. United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, for core and project funding. United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, for project funding. World Health Organization, for project funding. We also give a special recognition and appreciation to the following top 10 donors in the last 5 years. MasterCard Foundation, for project funding. The World Bank, Government of South Korea, and African governments through the Partnership for Skills in Applied Sciences, Engineering and Technologies Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund, for project funding. Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, SIDA, Sweden, for core and project funding. The European Union, for project funding. Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation, SDC, Switzerland, for funding both core and special strategic projects. Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ, Germany, for project funding. Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office of the Government of the United Kingdom, for core funding. BioVision Foundation for Ecological Development, Switzerland, for project funding. International Development Research Center, IDRC, Canada, for project funding. International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, for project funding. We thank you all, funders of ISIPE, for your invaluable contribution to science in Africa and the world at large over the years, and we look forward to walking with you in ISIPE's new journey for the next 50 years.